Murderbot Season 1 has concluded, as with most wonderful things. The Apple TV Plus series began as a sarcastic, dark-humored take on the sci-fi genre, and over the course of 10 episodes, we built empathy for a sentient killer android, eventually considering him a friend. The climax elegantly concludes an intriguing, hilarious, and thrilling adventure that highlights our best yet occasionally frustrating human characteristics. As Murderbot has repeatedly stated, "We are stupid, but we care too much." For Murderbot's benefit and ours, his future adventures should involve him constantly dealing in human concerns, learning and maturing, yet he remains a bit critical. I'm delighted Murderbot has been revived for a second season because it's entertaining to watch. Murderbot ends one adventure and begins another. In the penultimate episode of Season 1, Mensa, Gurathan, Pin Lee, Rathi, Bharadwaj, and Arada encountered the shady crew of Grey Chris Blue, who attempted to intimidate the surveyor party in exchange for information about their contacts with an alien item. Gurathan and Pin Lee team up to launch the rescue beacon. Meanwhile, the remainder stay back to allow Murderbot to carry out his plan, which fails, and Mensa ends up meeting Grey Chris in person, despite Murderbot's clear requests. The first plan fell through, so everyone did what they believed was best. Murderbot put himself in a compromising situation to do right by his newfound family, but it is their joint efforts for each other that lead them to safety. The drama does not end there. Murderbot and Mensa are within the rescue beacon's blast radius, and Murderbot decides to save Mensa at all costs. Murderbot was thematically sound from beginning to end, with effective action that was well-paced. Murderbot faces the possibility of being wiped or decommissioned once they leave the planet. The situation soon shifts from a noble attempt to hold a multinational organization accountable for its acts to a quest to save a family member. Murderbot Season 1 shifts away from action and drama in favor of an emotional ending that centers on the destiny of the titular character. The ending is highly fulfilling since it does not dwell on the lawsuit or what happened on that lonely planet. Instead, it seeks to provide a conclusion that summarizes the emotional and mental evolution of the previously anti-human and gloomy SecUnit. The ending is hopeful. Hopeful about Murderbot's next encounter. Hopeful that his friendship with the surveying group will last, and hopeful that the audience will return for more. Great performances carry the Season 1 finale of a great show. Murderbot's season finale underlines what makes this program so great: its cast. The production design feels genuine, the pacing is great, the set designs are flawless, the script is excellent, and the score is spot on. However, it is the performances that pique one's interest. Noma Dumezweni and Alexander Skarsgård provide emotionally charged performances in the finale. Mensa has seen her squad overcome significant hardship thanks to Murderbot. While there was tension in the group owing to mixed feelings about the revelation that Murderbot called itself that and was completely in control of its actions from the start, Mensa has gained a sense of responsibility for the autonomous SecUnit. Their bond is virtually paternal, which is similar to her relationships with the members other than Gurathan. Dumezweni's ability to communicate the gravity of Mensa's emotional state and her genuine concern for Murderbot is exceptional. Skarsgård softens his robotic gestures to humanize his persona. Of course, he doesn't totally lose it, but this is the most logical direction for the former SecUnit, and it's where we leave him at the end of Season 1. Noma Dumezweni and Alexander Skarsgård provide emotionally charged performances in the finale. Murderbot concludes in a manner that is quite similar to how Season 1 progressed over the previous 9 episodes. It isn't the most exciting episode because the members of Preservationo are safe, but it is emotionally intense as we see Murderbot suffer a horrible end. Everyone's concern over its safety is evident, and after they're reunited, everything appears to be well. However, the ending returns to the show's primary question: what kind of life can an autonomous android lead now that they are truly free? Mensa and the other characters insist that Murderbot stay with them, assuring it that it can do whatever it wants in the Preservation Alliance. That should be a pleasant ending, but surprisingly maybe not for Martha Wells fans. The finale emphasizes the importance of Murderbot making its own decisions rather than following the will of people just because it is a safe alternative. Then, we bid farewell to Murderbot and Preservationo. Murderbot was thematically sound from beginning to end, with effective action that was well-paced. The emotional thread stayed strong, and the performances were exceptional. The writing was outstanding since it perfectly brought all of the elements together. From the dark humor to the emotional dialogue, there is much to praise, thanks in large part to Martha Wells's book series and Murderbot's creative team's overall passion for sci-fi. Thank you for watching.